The call came while I was signing seating cards. Her name lit up my phone. Not hearts. Not emojis. Just her name. I let it ring once longer than necessary. Control matters in moments like this. Say it, I told her when I answered. Silence. Breathing. Too fast. If you don't fix this, she said, carefully choosing every word, I'll cancel the wedding. The pen stopped moving. Ink bled through the card beneath it. I stared at my signature, half finished. My name fractured down the middle. Cancel the wedding. Not postpone. Not talk. Cancel. I felt something cold slide into place behind my ribs. A familiar mechanism, one I hadn't used in years. Okay, I said. That single word cracked something on her end. I heard it. The hesitation. The recalculation. You're okay with that? She asked. I imagined her face. Brows knit, eyes searching for leverage. Yes. Another pause. Then irritation slipped through the mask. You're not even going to ask why? I almost smiled. No, I said. You've already decided. She hung up first. That was when I noticed my hands weren't shaking. That night, she didn't come home. She texted once. Something vague. Something rehearsed. I didn't respond. Instead, I replayed the last 6 months like security footage. Her sudden privacy. The way her phone never left her hand, except when she slept. The unexplained cash withdrawals. The way she'd flinch when I touched her from behind. I had told myself it was stress. Weddings do that to people. But threats don't come from stress. They come from confidence. The next morning, I called in sick. Not from work. From love. I sat across from a man in a gray office with no personal photos on the walls. He didn't ask how I was feeling. He asked what I needed protected. Everything, I said. He nodded once, like he'd heard that word before. By the time I left, my life was neatly divided into folders. Assets, evidence, timelines. I didn't confront her. I didn't accuse her. I didn't change my tone. That's the mistake people make. When she came home 2 days later, she kissed my cheek like nothing had happened. I let her. Her lips trembled. She thought the threat had worked. She didn't know I had already agreed. And I don't agree to things unless I've planned the ending. She became careful after that. Too careful. Affection returned on a schedule. Smiles appeared when someone else was watching. Her phone stayed face down now, but never far. She asked questions meant to probe, not connect. Are you still okay? With everything? I always answered the same way. Of course. Inside, I was cataloging everything. The lawyer moved faster than I expected. Phone records don't lie when you know what to request. Neither do deleted messages pulled from backups people forget exist. Patterns emerged. A name I didn't recognize at first. Then a face. Then a history. He wasn't new. He was old. Older than our engagement. Older than the ring. The wedding wasn't the beginning. It was the cover. I watched her one evening as she slept beside me. Breath soft. Lashes resting like nothing in the world could disturb her. I wondered how long she'd been practicing that piece. How long she'd been lying next to me, while building an exit that left her clean and me destroyed. I didn't wake her. I slid out of bed and opened the folder again. The proof arrived 3 days later. Time-stamped, verified, impossible to spin. I didn't feel rage when I saw it, just relief. Clarity is a powerful anesthetic. I waited until Sunday. She hates Sundays. Too quiet. Too much room for truth. We sat at the kitchen table. Morning light cutting hard shadows across her face. She talked about flower arrangements, guest lists. She reached for my hand. I slid the envelope across the table instead. She frowned. What's this? Something you should read, I said. She laughed once, nervous. Is this another joke? I didn't answer. She opened it. The color drained first, then the posture, then the breathing. No, she whispered. This isn't. I stood. Calm, detached. I met my lawyer, I said. The day you threatened me. Her eyes snapped up. Panic now, raw, unfiltered. You went behind my back? I tilted my head. You went behind it first. She cried. Of course she did. Tears are currency when words fail. She reached for me. I stepped back. There's a second page, I said. Her hands shook as she turned it. That was when she saw the signature. Not mine, his. Authorization, admission, a confession she never expected him to sign, until pressure found its way to the right throat. Her mouth opened. No sound came out. I agreed to cancel the wedding, I said. Just not the way you thought. She slid out of the chair and hit the floor. The sound was small, unimportant. I grabbed my coat. You planned an escape, I said. I planned an ending. At the door, I paused. By the way, I added softly, he panicked too. I didn't look back. Weeks later, the ring sat in a drawer. The apartment echoed. Her name stopped appearing on my phone. People ask if it hurt. It did, but pain fades. Control doesn't. I didn't lose a fiancé. I removed a threat. And I slept better, knowing the truth finally belonged to me.